All right, folks, thanks for joining us tonight on Raider streaming for the Hudson Raiders versus the Menomonie Mustangs. Sorry for getting a late start here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No outs. Hudson in the field. Hudson battered. We'll talk about that here in a second. Owen Anderson on the mound. 2-1 here on the batter. Number 1, Briggs Richards. Owen Anderson Sr. coming back this year, number 8. Owen would be Hudson's number 1 pitcher this year and going to St. Cloud State next year to play baseball. Nice pitch that time by Owen. 2-2 with a fastball right across the plate. As we mentioned, or I guess we didn't mention because you couldn't hear us, we have a lot of young players tonight for Hudson. We'll talk about them as the game goes on. First game of the year, everybody's a little rusty, including us. So 2-2 pitch that time. Strike right down the middle for Owen Anderson. Gets Richards that time looking. So Owen Anderson can bring the heat. He's throwing.
Second for Menomonie. Number 7, Trevin Christine.
Owen Anderson, as I mentioned before, going to play baseball next year at St. Cloud State. He's got about a 90, 92 mile an hour fastball. There it is right there, just outside. 1-0 this time on the batter. Number 7, Trevin Crescent for the Mustangs. 1-0. Ooh, a little tight. 1-1. 2-0. Sorry, my bad. 2-0. Crescent the batter here. We have 1 out. Bottom of the second. First. Good. Fastball that time. Strike again. 2-1 on the batter, Crescent. Nice pitch. Outside corner that time, 2-2 by Anderson. Hopefully you can see that on your screen there. You'll start to see a little movement from Owen too. He's got a nice curveball. But he certainly can throw the heat. 2-2 on Crescent. Ooh, foul tip. Still 2-2. So we are in the bottom of the first. This is a doubleheader today. Hudson and Menomonie were rained out on Tuesday, so we're playing a doubleheader today with Menomonie, the home team, in game 1. Nice curveball that time. Hove, the catcher, knocks it down. 2 outs. Nice pitch by Owen that time. Got ahead in the count. Came back with a curveball for the strikeout.
For Menomonie, number 15, Lucas Smith.
All right, Smith up to plate now. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Owen Anderson, you can tell he's just getting into a rhythm here. He likes to control the pace. Starting off well. 2 outs here for the Mustangs. Fastball that time right across the middle, strike 1. Hudson went 1-2-3 in their first inning. Did have an extended play throw out at third. So we'll be coming up for Hudson and number 4 batter in the top of the second. Second pitch here, strike again from Anderson. 0-2, way ahead here.
And just when you thought you weren't going to hear from me, here I am. I know, the nightmare.
My chills just went down my spine. I did a whole inning not knowing that we were even on. 0-2 here for Anderson. Up. Call the balk that time on Anderson. Get into that here in a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna apologize because I can do it with the best of them. We came up here and we tested a bazillion times, and it just was working pretty darn good. And then you get up here for the game.
Here we go. 1-2 pitch from Anderson. Strike 3, drop ball. Here we go. Hove gets it, and down to first. The wedge. Oh, overthrow. All right, well, those plays sometimes look pretty routine, but you still got to set your feet and make that throw. So Menomonie gets a runner on board here with Smith.
Number 9.
Oh, yeah, look at that throw, and it was just a teeny high, too. It looked like it was going to be okay, but didn't quite come in.
Well, we talked about it a little bit, or I talked about it to myself, I guess, in the first inning, but the wind is coming in pretty hard today. It's going to be tough sometimes for those balls that sail, and especially those pop flies that get in the air, and for those outfielders to be able to judge them. Although Gabe Walter, the number 2 batter for the Raiders, had a nice hit to the gap in left center, and the Menomonie outfielder made a nice play on it. So it just got to be tracking those things. So Cisco, the pitcher up here for Menomonie. Ball high that time from Anderson. Keeping an eye on the runner there at first. Smith. Smith getting a pretty good lead, decent lead there at first. Ooh, nice play. Good throw down that time. Just back for the runner. 2-0 on Cisco. Might be able to hear that wind a little bit when it starts whipping. I think it's my microphone is making a little noise. There's a strike right there from Anderson. Fastball. 2-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Nothing. Hudson and Menomonie. 2-1 pitch. Nice pitch that time by Owen Anderson. Evens the count at 2-2. Cisco, again, the pitcher for Menomonie, senior, number 9. First base, Lucas Smith, number 11.
Sounds good. I'm just going to leave it on this camera, don't you think, for now?
2-2. Ooh, nice curveball that time, just a little high. Evens the count here, or I'm sorry, full count, 3-2. Runner at first will be moving, 2 outs. There it is right there. Strike 3.
Wow. Beauty.
Right down on the outside corner for Owen Anderson. Gets out of that. For Menomonie. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on. After 1 inning, we have 0-0. Menomonie and Hudson. All right, pitcher Owen Anderson, number 8, coming up for the Raiders. Everybody, thank you for bearing with us today. We are in the top of the second. Hudson, the away team, for the first half of the doubleheader here. Anderson pitching for the Raiders today, senior, number 8. First pitch from Cisco. Fly ball out to right field. Trouble, that's trouble again. Oh boy.
Ooh.
All right, Anderson stretching it. Get in at second base.
Kind of did a cradle catch that didn't quite turn into a catch.
Yeah, he's had trouble. That's his second ball there that he kind of lost. And
Batting second, first baseman, number 1, Owen Wedge.
when you start to see them when they start backpedaling like that, you know an outfielder's in trouble. They need to drop step, get themselves deep enough, especially in this wind.
Sure.
Leave yourself some range there to be able to come in on the ball. Pinch runner this time, number 19, Tim Hasapopoulos, coming in for Owen Anderson. You'll see that pretty regularly in baseball, where they can have a runner for pitchers, sometimes catchers as well. Hasapopoulos at second with a good lead. Owen Wedge at the plate. Ooh, looked a little outside here, but we got strike 1 on Owen.
Hasapopoulos, that's one of my favorite names of all time.
Yeah,
By the way, we have Papa Hasapopoulos in the booth with us.
Yes, we do.
On the MC or the mic.
0-1 on Wedge. Outside that time. Owen playing first base tonight. He's going to do a little pitching this year as well, so look for that as the season goes on. So Menomonie, we mentioned Hudson has 5 seniors. We'll get to that in a second. We have 1-1 on Wedge. Hasapopoulos, good lead at second. A little low that time on Owen. Menomonie, on the other hand, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seniors on that team.
Wow.
We'll start talking about them here in a little bit. 2-1 on Wedge. No outs for the Raiders. Top of the second. Runner at second is Tim Hasapopoulos. Outside that time. 3-1. Mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. So the last time we played organized baseball, high school baseball, 2019, so it feels like we've been in a deep slumber for 2 years.
A bit, yeah. Just got kissed by the frog or the prince.
Yeah, right. Ooh, nice pitch that time by Cisco. 3-2, full count. And as I mentioned, new coach Brent Blagan this year. He would be really technically in his first year, but he took over last year through all that COVID mess and did a nice job keeping the team together. 3-2. Inside that time on Wedge.
Last year, did the boys, as far as kind of what they were up to, was there just kind of at home working out? Was that what was going on? I suppose they kind of got hit right in the middle of the COVID deal, right?
Yeah. It was pretty much before the season, all that stuff happened. And,
Okay.
but there was always that limbo of, are we going to play, are we not going to play? And we'll talk a little bit more about that here. We got Matt Midby up, center fielder number 11, senior for the Raiders. Ooh, inside.
Goodness.
Runners advance here. Almost got Midby that time. Normally you kind of curl back. He had to curl forward to not get hit that time. So, all right, runners advance, second and third. Hasapopoulos at third, Wedge at second, nobody out.
Oh, that pitch just came barreling through the batter's box, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Wow. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened to Brace Harper yesterday?
I
Took
did
one
not.
right in the melon.
Oh.
1-0 on Midby. Outside that time from Cisco. So getting back to your question about last year, so yeah, the season got pushed back. It was kind of in limbo, and they did have a very short summer contact season.
Okay.
And they were able to get a game in or two with River Falls, so that was nice, but certainly not what you'd normally see. Inside again that time on Midby, 3-0. On Midby. Top of the second here, runners at second and third for Hudson, nobody out. 3-0 pitch. Outside that time, Midby draws the walk.
Good look at there. You load them up.
Bases loaded here.
Load them up.
Batting number 7 for your Hudson Raiders, number 2, Wiley Bomber.
So Cisco having a little control issue. 2 walks in a row that time. That particular batter, didn't throw any strikes, 4 straight pitches and 4 balls. So up next is the third baseman, number 2, Wiley Balmer, junior. Mentioned before that really Hudson is a young team this year. A lot of new players on varsity. You have Owen Anderson, the pitcher, who has had some varsity experience. He's pitching next year at St. Cloud State. Kyler Hove, catcher, also some varsity experience a little bit there. But really, beyond that, you're talking a lot of sophomores, freshmen, sophomore, and juniors that haven't played a lot. So
giddy up. Here we go.
New names. Coach comes out, has a little chat with Cisco here in the catcher. Again, nobody out here. Top of the second. Bases loaded for Hudson. Balmer at the plate. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, inside.
Goodness.
Get him there.
Right in the midsection on that one.
Yep. Taking one for the team there, Wiley.
He tried to jump out of the way of that one, but it was just coming dead center.
Yep, that was
Batting 8 for
no
your
doubter.
Hudson Raiders, number 5, your catcher, Kyler Hove.
Oh, that's the hard way to get a run on the board.
That's right. Yeah. It hurts the ribs a little bit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Hove, the catcher this time. Junior. Outside from Cisco. He's struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, it's almost like he's way in and way out and just trying to get a feel for getting across the plate here.
Sometimes it's you can overthink it, just like when you bat. It's a mental thing. You just got to play catch with the catcher here. And
Sure.
1-0.
Play catch.
Hove, outside, 2-0.
Catch with the catcher. I always like that one.
Catch with the catcher. Yeah, that's seems to fit.
You're right, though. Just mentally, just slow her down, take it easy. You've done this a bazillion times. You're starter for varsity, you know?
Right.
Yeah, he'll dial her in.
Ooh,
wow,
inside.
that was
Play
way
at the
out.
plate here. Wedge comes in, safe. Good slide that time. Yeah, he's struggling there a little bit. Wedge on the pass ball there. Wild pitch. Scores from third, takes away the force. Again, nobody out here for Hudson.
Wow.
Top of the second. Runners at second and third. And 3-0 here on Kyler Hove. So this inning, believe it or not, we have 2 runs. We have 2 runners on base. We don't have a hit. The inning started out with an error.
Isn't that crazy?
We've had 3 straight walks, and now we've got 3-0 on the batter, Kyler Hove. That's inside 2. Hove draws the walk. Right. Yeah, right.
Batting ninth for your Hudson Raiders. Left field, Troy Bounting.
Bounting playing outfield today. So, yeah, it's one of those things. All of a sudden you start, gosh, we're getting guys on base. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, geez, I don't remember a hit. Well, I guess one, but it's now a hit would crack things open a little bit.
Boy,
so
I'll tell you, hit right now would be
Troy
a
Bounting,
big deal.
get one out there and get some green. Inside again.
Wow, again inside on him.
I don't see anybody warming up yet for Menomonie down there. You see somebody warming up? Okay. 1-0 on Bounting. Oh, gosh. Inside again.
Wow,
Here's a play
here
at the
we
plate.
go.
Midby, he's quick. He's in there. No play at the plate. Matt Midby scores 3-0 Raiders. Top of the second. 2-0 on Troy Bounting. Runner at second, Wiley Balmer. Runner at first, or I'm sorry, at third is Balmer. Low.
I'll tell you just real quick,
3-0.
a quick shout out to Adam, our cameraman. He is just to the left of the high fence here, and he's done a pretty good job for his
Yeah.
first. He said, "This is my first baseball game." I said, "Just do your best." It's all of our first baseball game right now, you know.
It's true. 3-0 on Bounting. That's inside two. Loads the bases again. And we're back to the top of the lineup here. Freshman Sam Erickson coming up.
Order, number 10, right field, Sam Erickson.
Well, you said it just a second ago, but a hit right now is could be a huge play for the squad.
Part of it is they need a pitch to hit. I'm not so sure that
True.
we haven't really seen a strike here for the last few batters. So see what happens here with Erickson. Ball high. Erickson last at bat. We're going to give him a double. He tried to stretch that to third. Again, outfielders are having a little bit of a tough time making a play on the ball. The right fielder that time was not able to make the play, and
Oh, there's a
foul ball.
got one to look at though, right?
Yep, 1-1.
We'll take that.
So Sam Erickson's brother Jack Erickson was a big baseball player here in Hudson a few years ago. You probably remember Jack from playing football too. Ken,
Absolutely,
inside that time.
yeah, absolutely. Hudson number 2 out there, kind of cheating a little bit on third base.
Well,
like, whoa, 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 Three Stooges style. Whoa, 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 whoa.
There's a couple of pass balls or a couple of, we'll call them wild pitches. The catcher couldn't really get his glove on those two. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Coach Blagan down there is telling him, get a good lead.
Yeah.
Nice block by the catcher that time.
Get ready.
3-1 on Erickson. No place to put him here. Nobody out for Hudson. 3-0. Bases loaded. Sam Erickson at the plate, 3-1. Outside, doesn't matter. 4-0 Hudson.
Wow.
Number 2 spot, number 7, Gabe Walter.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for Menomonie. Boy, after that first inning, I mean, honestly, Cisco looked pretty good. He went 1-2-3. Not sure, just ran into some trouble here in the second inning. So number 22, Isaac Hoyt, coming in to pitch for the Mustangs. Number 22, Hoyt. For Cisco.
New pitcher.
I'm going to go fiddle with the camera down there real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem.
Try to get the focus cleared up a little bit.
Yep. Hoyt, a junior for Menomonie. So again, Raiders here, top of the second inning, 3-0. Bases loaded, nobody out. Number 2 batter, Gabe Walter at the plate. Gabe's playing second base, I believe, today. So good start so far for Hudson. We are in game one of a doubleheader. Hudson is the visiting team for game one. Game two, which will be right after this, will be, again, Hudson Menomonie, with Hudson being the home team. That's technically Hudson's home opener. Nice day today for baseball. It's about 60, low 60s. Pretty good breeze coming in from the northwest. You'll hear a gust every now and then. We mentioned that earlier in the broadcast, that there's been some balls that have been tough to play for the outfielders, but right now the windscreen on the outfield fence looks pretty calm. Hudson this year, as we mentioned, very, very young. We have 5 seniors for Hudson. We have a freshman, Sam Erickson, who you just saw at the plate. He's at first base. We have sophomore, Jake Busson, and then mostly juniors on this team, a very large group of juniors. All, again, first varsity experience for most of them. So exciting time for Hudson baseball. New coach, new season, 2 years off technically, and a lot of new faces. So stay tuned. 4-0 here. Did I miss a run? I must have, huh? That last one. 4-0, top of the second. Hudson. No outs, bases loaded. Senior Gabe Walter up to the plate.
Gabe Walter.
So this inning so far started with an error to Anderson. A walk, hit by pitch, walk. So that's where we stand right now. Lots of Raiders on the base paths. Last time up, Walter hit a nice shot to left center field. Beautiful play by the center fielder to get that ball down. Otherwise, that would have been extra bases. 1-0 on Gabe. Outside. Ooh, that looked a little outside. And that's a strike. See, just don't talk too quick, Aaron.
That looked a little outside.
You got to be careful. If you get an ump that's got pretty good ears, he can hear you up here, and then all of a sudden we aren't getting the calls we want. So
keep it cool. Keep it cool.
Keep it cool. Fouled off. 1-2 on Gabe. So the goal here for Walter is to just get the ball in play. Got runners on base, no place to put them. 1-2 on the batter, Walter. Here's the pitch. Just outside. At third base, pinch running, we've got Braden Ducharme. Came in for Kyler Hove, who was walked earlier in the inning. So Ducharme, Bounting, and Erickson on the base pass. Gabe Walter at the plate, 2-2. Just outside.
Seems like the wind's calming down maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm looking at the flags at the government building. They're still flowing pretty good, but at least in the booth it feels like it's settled down just a tinge.
That might have shifted a little bit. Full count here on Walter. Oh.
Wow, was that inside?
Foul tip. Dropped it. Ooh. It looked like a foul tip, but apparently that was not the call. So 1 out here, top of the second.
So help me out on that one, being a hockey guy. You're gonna
so,
have to coach me through some of the baseball stuff here. Yeah,
no problem. Jake Busson up to the plate for the Raiders. So if it was a foul tip and the catcher would have caught it, that would have been an out, but it was not a foul. That is fouled off by Busson. And in a normal situation, if first base was open, then that would be called a drop third strike, and the runner could try to run down to first. But because it was occupied, there's no place to put him, so that's a strikeout, regardless of if the catcher touches the ball or not.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm going to learn all the ins and outs of baseball this year, I promise.
1-1 on Busson. Again, one of those new faces. Jake, I believe, is just a sophomore. So Jake was a football player this year, too. I remember him being a JV quarterback for the Raiders.
That's right.
Curveball that time just outside. 2-1. We're in a good vantage point here because you'll be able to start to see what these pitchers throw, and that time obviously it was a little bit off speed with a little bit of movement, so it was a curveball.
I'm trying to get the best look with our cameras that we have. We've got
It's a nice pitch.
Nice.
Down, hard shot down to third base. Nothing for the third baseman to do. Scores a run. He knocked it down. Probably saved another run by that play, but just could not regain his footing and be able to make that play.
Owen Anderson.
It does not hurt when you've got speed on the bases, which Hudson did there. Bounting's got some speed there.
Yeah, what a line drive down that third base line there. That was a hot one.
Owen Anderson up. Started this inning, actually. Ooh, outside play at the plate. Here we go. Bounting. He's going to be in there. Wild pitch that time.
Oh, Hudson scores another one. They are just they're dropping them
Piling
in.
them up, aren't they?
Piling them up, dropping them in, whatever you want to say. It's 6 of them right now. Half a dozen, we like to say. That's what we say in Rochester, Minnesota. I don't know what Spooner says.
Well,
Spooner says just shy of
how many is that again?
the sixer.
6?
I don't know.
Okay. Inside pitch that time. Owen tries to turn on it. 1-1. Yeah, big hit right here is going to probably score 2. You've got decent speed on the base paths. Owen's an aggressive hitter. He's going to try to, he certainly knows the situation.
Yeah.
Wants to get the ball in play. 1-1 on the Raider senior. There's another shot right through the 5-6 hole. Here we go, rounding third. Here comes Bussin. No play at the plate.
Wow.
There it is.
Score 2. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Nice job, Owen Anderson.
Great hard single
Couple
down
hits
that,
there for the Raiders.
line. Yeah.
Raiders. First baseman, number 1, Owen Wedge.
This is where things get interesting when you're doing the book, because now we've already gone through our lineup, and I got to skip over an inning too. So,
oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
Oh boy.
And then I got to make sure I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8-0. Yep, good. All right.
Perfect.
Owen Wedge up to the plate. 8-0. Hudson Raiders top of the second. We only have 1 out. Owen Anderson with that base hit scores 2. We got a pinch runner here. I believe that's young Tim Hasapopoulos again. All right. Tim is on the bases. Got some speed. 1-0 on Owen Wedge. So 2014 went back to the record books and saw Hudson has not had a winning season since then. So
wow.
A lot of pent up, I'm sure, desire. Let's say, ooh, nice hit.
Fly out
to center field. Again, that's been trouble so far for these guys. Center fielder comes in. He was playing awfully deep.
That wind has to have a little bit, of action on the ball, right? I mean, it's just got to throw it just a little bit off, and
yeah, it is hard because we don't really feel it as much here. You mentioned the flags before, but if you get a ball that hangs in the air like that and you're playing as deep as you are, trying to come in with some speed, it's very easy to overrun it or misjudge it. And that's, has happened a couple times tonight for Menomonie, but that time he was able to track it down. Matt Midby up to the plate here, walked last time at bat. Strike 1 on Matt. Hasapopoulos at first base. We've got 2 outs. Again, 8-0 Raiders here. Big start for them.
Huge innings
especially
for the
having
guys.
Your senior pitcher on the mound gives you a nice cushion, nice lead. Hasapopoulos, speaking of leads, has a great lead at first. Outside, that's a wild pitch. Runner advances. All right, we got a runner in scoring position here. Matt Midby at the plate, 1-1. Yeah, Menomonie's pitchers are struggling a little bit tonight. This is our second pitcher for Menomonie, number 22, Isaac Hoyt. He is a junior.
That one was a good
time
one.
there
Yeah.
again, center fielder. 2 outs. Hasapopoulos with his wheels on. Center field makes the catch to retire the side. But Hudson in the top of the second, 8 runs on 2 hits. They strand 1. After 1.5, it's 8-0 Hudson. Bottom of the second coming up.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back at it now. Apparently,
right.
we've got some mic muting issues up here. Kristen Hess, thanks for letting us have some jokes, and thanks for texting us.
Exner here, number 3, to lead off the bottom of the second for Menomonie. Hudson up 8-0 inside that time. So like I said, Owen Anderson probably feeling real good about life right now. He's got an 8-0 lead. Had a good inning in the first. 1-0 pitch inside. Exner, number 3. He is a junior outfielder. Number 5 batter here for Menomonie. 2-0 to Exner. There.
Great looking pitch there.
Fouled off. I think I mentioned Owen again. Senior captain, senior leader, going to St. Cloud State next year to pitch.
Playing baseball.
Playing baseball.
Not football. Okay.
Yep, good football player, too. We had a lot of fun covering him this year. Did a great job for the Raider football team. 2-1, Exner. Fouled off again. One of the things I noticed in the first inning with Owen, he likes to play with some energy. If you watch, once he starts to kind of get a little bit ahead in the count, he will pick up the rhythm. Meaning he gets the ball, he's ready to pitch.
Right.
So there's not a lot of sitting around, which I enjoy. Oh, nice curveball that time. Just froze the batter at the knees.
Beauty.
Nice pitch that time by Anderson.
Batting 6 for Menomonie. Number 13, Hayden.
I like that. I don't know if you'd call it a strategy or technique, but I like that. What you're
As
talking
far
about with
as-
Owen, where he kind of picks up the speed, picks up the pace a little bit, where he's like, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, getting ahead in the count is huge. That you saw what that curveball did right there. The batter really could not react. He had seen some speed. Owen's throwing low 90s right now, so that's a lot of heat coming at you. Strike right there.
Wow.
1-1.
Is that normal for a varsity high school pitcher throwing low 90s, or is that kind of exceptional?
Well, yeah, that's absolutely great. Look at that curveball right there. Great pitch by Owen. No, it's not common at all. You're going to see
Okay.
some pitchers this year when we face some teams like Eau Claire Memorial and some of the other teams in the conference. Another curveball there, froze the batter. He is on tonight. He's got the fastball moving. He's getting ahead in the count, and that curveball is looking great for Owen tonight. So,
Number 12, Andrew Vanas.
he's getting ahead in the count, and then he's relying on, guess what? That batter's seeing heat come right by him, and all of a sudden, hey, we can freeze him with a curveball. So, looking good tonight. Inside that time to Vanas, number 12. One and 0 to Vanas. Nice pitch that time. Curveball by Owen Anderson, catches the outside corner. 1-1. 8-0 Hudson, bottom of the second. Ball hit, short hop to Bussin. Runner safe that time. Seemed to kind of freeze a little bit trying to play that
the same
ball.
thing, yeah.
And then couldn't quite get to it, had to short hop it, take a little bit of an off balance throw.
Seems like almost a knuckleball, kind of just like the ball froze a little bit, kind of coming that way. It's weird.
And that could be a little bit like with that wind. It wasn't hit real hard, but first runner for Anderson to put on today. Pitching very well. Fastball strike that time on Reed Steiner, number 21 for Menomonie. Curveball that time, just misses outside. Kyler Hove keeping an eye on that runner at first. You're down 8. Probably not a threat to steal, but certainly got to keep him honest over there. So 2 outs, bottom of the second here. Hudson leading 8-0. Fastball that time by Anderson right down the pipe. 1-2. Vanas, just the short leads. Small lead over there at first. Anderson's been having a lot of success with that curveball here when he gets ahead in the count. We'll see what he wants to throw. 1-2. Fastball that time. Off to second base. A little bit of a boot. Plenty of time yet. Gabe Walter makes the play over to Owen Wedge to retire the side. For Menomonie in the bottom of the second. 1 hit. No runs. 1 hit and 1 left on. After 2, we have Hudson 8, Menomonie 0. Coming to the top of the third here shortly after the break. Top of third, sorry, we are here in Hudson. 8-0 Raiders. Good game so far for Hudson. Getting a lot of runners on base. And getting a great pitching outing so far from Owen Anderson. 1-0 on Balmer. Menomonie with their second pitcher here in the game, Isaac White Jr. Evan Cisco started the game and left last inning. Hoyt has been in since about 1 out in the second. 2-0 on Balmer. Wiley playing third base today. Junior. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Inside. Wiley batting 7th today. How you doing over there, Ken? You awake?
Yeah, I've got some technical stuff. I'm just trying to like run the algorithms in my head.
3-0. There's a pitch right down the middle.
Our producer from River Channel was just in here too, and there's just a lot of stuff that we thought we had all square, but
Well,
you just never know until you really get on the road. You get in the environment, and
that's true.
you're live.
3-1 on Balmer. They cut that time.
Nice cut.
Full count. No, I get it. And if you ask me, I'd just say turn it off and plug it back in. That's all the advice I can give you. So
that helps a lot. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that a lot of the time that's all you'd see: ON/OFF switch or the reset.
Inside that time,
my
Balmer
goodness.
draws the walk.
The number 8 spot. Your catcher,
Yeah, so we'll keep it rolling this game. We'll piecemeal her together for the second of the doubleheader, and we'll regroup this weekend and retest some stuff.
All right. Testing.
It is our first year broadcasting baseball live, so hopefully we get a little bit of grace out there. But
get her figured out.
we will. We know how to get this technology all synced.
Catcher Kyler Hove at the plate.
Wow, another wild pitch.
Wild pitch that time. Yeah, Hudson's just kind of getting a lot of merry-go-round work around the bases here on some of these wild pitches. Balmer drew the walk, gets down to second on the wild pitch. Kyler Hove, junior catcher, at the plate, 1-0. So again, Hudson, so far, 8 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors on the Mustangs. Trying to tack on a few more here in the top of the third. We'll be playing 2 games today. Game 2, shortly after this one ends. Hudson will be the home team for that. 1-0 on Kyler.
You think Jonesy's delivers?
I don't know.
Wow,
base hit.
what a
That's going to
rip.
drop in there. They're going to runner Wiley coming around. Here he comes, coming in to score.
Oh, Wiley with
Nice
the
hit
score.
that time by Hove. Gets the RBI.
That's a great name, by the way.
Batting night for your Raiders.
That was a good, solid shot out to left there. Good little short hop by that left fielder to get that one under control and keep it to just a single.
Yep, exactly. We've got a pinch runner here. Again, Ducharme coming in the game for Kyler Hove.
Pinch running, number 21, Brennan Ducharme.
Troy Bunting up to the plate. Troy walked his first at bat in the second. First pitch, a little outside. 1 out here in the top of the third for Hudson. 9-0 Raiders.
Good pitch there.
Just down the middle. 1-1 on the Raider junior. Left fielder. Ducharme at first. 1 out for Hudson. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off.
So I got to tell you, I got a new toy here. This is the Rode, whatever.
That's this?
This broadcast thing, right?
Okay, yeah.
This does all our sound and everything. We can,
Oh, boy.
Right?
We're going to have some fun.
I mean,
if we can.
let's get her going.
I like it.
Anyway,
I
at
like
some
it.
point, I'll wait till after the pitch here, but I'll tell you.
1 and 2 here on Bounting. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat. Got to run it out yet, though. That can roll back in fair play. That's a play where when you see it's foul like that, and you know that guy's going to outrun you, you got to scoop that up as a first baseman.
Yeah. It had some wild spin on it, didn't it? I mean, that thing was really spinning. Mm-hmm. Just kind of broke right there at the last minute.
I like your toy.
Like that?
Yeah.
I've got some other sound effects we'll roll in a little bit. But the one thing I was going to tell you about this crazy mixer, I'll tell you again after the pitch here.
1 and 2 here on Bounting. Curveball, just
Oh, he thought about
short,
that, didn't
little
he?
short. Hit a nice bend to it, just a little low. All right, so tell me quick, what's
So
our
this
surprise?
thing, you can fire in a phone call. So we could have Joe Schmo from the 50s team calling in, talking to us live on the air.
Wow, that's
Right?
pretty cool.
That kind of cool?
Yeah.
Now I got to figure out how I give, Joe Schmo my number, so not
Okay.
everybody's calling in. Conan! Sundin!
Yeah. You owe me money.
Are you in the booth? Yeah. Sundin, you owe me $100. I wasn't even thinking about owing money, but that's a whole nother problem.
Yeah, you just open up a can of worms.
I know.
2 and 2 here. The pitch outside.
Wow, wild pitch again.
Runner advances. Ducharme. Yeah, catcher's getting a workout tonight back there.
Yes, he is. Keep on his toes.
Full count here on Troy Boning. Top of the third for Hudson. 1 out. Runner at second is Braden Ducharme. 3 and 2 on Boning. And the pitch. Just outside. Ooh, boy. I am missing on that call every
I don't
time.
know. I felt like
'Cause
that
where
was
I'm
a little outside, too.
Yeah, well, 2 outs there for Hudson.
Got the order.
This isn't the major leagues, though, so.
That's right.
Number 10, your
I do like
regular
the
Sam
energy of this ump. He's got some good, boom, he's pumping it out for, you're an out call, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Erickson at the plate. Led off the game with a double and walked his last at bat. Just outside. So part of that curveball, I think, where we're sitting is really it's where it touches the plate or where it's at.
True.
Plate location.
True.
And I'm watching the catcher a little bit too much, and I might not see that corner. So that's my excuse for making a couple bad calls there. 1-0 on Erickson. Fly ball, right field. That's a little bit of trouble. That's going to
That
probably
might
curve
drop.
foul. Nope, that's a foul ball. Did look like it was going to go almost stay in fair territory, but all of
yeah.
a sudden, I don't know if the wind knocked it down. The outfielder didn't have much of a jump on it. If that would have dropped, that was probably extra bases. All right. One and one on Erickson, freshman, playing right field tonight. Having a good game so far in his debut. 1-1. Ducharme at second. Fly ball, right side again. That one's going to get out of play. 1-2. Sam Erickson. 9-0 Hudson. Top of the third. 1 out. I think we have two outs. 1 out. Fly ball, left field. Hanging up there a little bit. Left fielder gets underneath it. Oh, and he dropped the ball. And on to second goes Erickson. Ducharme that time had to just hang on a little bit because it looked like that play was going to get made.
Number 7, your third baseman, Gabe Walter.
You know, it's right now with what's going on out in that outfield, I think putting the ball in play gives you a great opportunity to be able to get on base here. Those outfielders are just having a heck of a time with that wind. Gabe Walter up to the plate here. Off the end of the bat, but that's going to score a run here. Ducharme comes in. 10-0 Raiders after the ground out to the right side by
Third
Walter.
spot, your shortstop, number 3, Jake Busson.
Bussin up to the plate here. Struck out his first at bat. Singled at his next at bat last inning. Base hit that time.
Wow.
Down the left field line. It's going to score Erickson. Nice hit that time by Bussin.
Just inside that third base there.
Just turned on that thing.
Batting cleanup, number 8, Owen Anderson.
Owen Anderson stepping up to the plate here.
What's
Singled
Owen?
his last at bat, knocked in a couple runs.
You $1.90, 2 bills. What's Owen?
But I don't know. Saw him this weekend. He's getting awfully tall.
He's a big
He's gotta
dude,
be
yeah.
About 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. He just looks like he's just going to crank it. Just here we go.
Well, I have known Owen a long time. My son went to grade school with him, and of course played a lot of sports, including baseball, for years. And he's always had that fired up, energy and attitude. And
Looks like
he's a guy you want on your team.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that's like, he's a tough guy. He's going to go out there and compete. He's going to be a good teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of got, I don't know, just standing there. It looks like he's going to hurt the ball, you know? Like, he just wants to hurt the ball.
And I'm not sure if that's dirt on his chin that I'm looking at right now, or that might just be a little patch there, a little patch of hair. So he's,
goatee.
We'll have to see if we can check that out for real on Owen. Ooh, jammed him a little bit that time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a good look at him. He's got a little patch of hair on his chin. I'm going to tease him about that.
Little Billy Goat going on there. I like it.
2-1.
Dirt. Here we
2-1 on the Raider senior. 2 outs. Runner at first. In Bussin, just singled in a run. 11-0 Raiders. Ooh, tried a curveball there, just a bit inside. 3-1. Isaac Hoyt again pitching for the Mustangs. He came in relief in the second inning for Evan Cisco. Hitters count here for Owen Anderson. We'll see if he gets a pitch to hit. And the pitch, that's the spot that umpire likes. And Owen, as a pitcher, understands that, man, if he's given that, I'm getting it. So I'm going to be happy with where that pitch is at, even if I'm a batter and they call a strike on me. 3-2, runner at first will be moving, 2 outs. And the pitch. Fouled off. Decent speed at first. If Owen can put one in the grass, that runner gets a little bit of a head start. We might be able to score here again. Menomonie struggling a little bit today on the mound and also in the field. Hudson, 11 runs on 4 hits so far. Scored a couple on 3 Mustang errors as well. Ball outside. Anderson walks.
Batting in the 5th spot, your first baseman, number 1, Owen Wedge.
Owen Wedge up to the plate.
Well,
Walked his first at bat, flew out to center field last inning. Turns on that one a little bit, foul. So, been going to a lot of softball games because my daughter's still playing softball. I know the run rules for softball. Baseball, I don't remember. I'm going to ask at the inning here. Michael, do you know? What is it? 10 after 5?
10 after 5, that's
so
good.
We've got a few more innings to play yet, and obviously a lot can happen. But top of the 3rd here, 11-0 Hudson, 1-0-1 on Wedge.
Came in on him a little bit there. We wanted a piece of it.
Yep, trying to jam him.
Yep.
Runner at second is Bussin. Runner at first, Owen Anderson.
I didn't get Hassapopoulos out there to pinch run for
No,
him, huh?
not this time. 1-2 on Owen Wedge. And the pitch. Foul ball.
Well, that was right down Main Street.
Looks like we got a little wind shift coming. Every
Yeah.
now and then I get that wind in my face and I can hear it in my microphone.
Yeah.
1-2 on Wedge. Fouled off again. Hoyt's trying to get inside on Wedge. Wedge is doing a good job fighting it off, protecting the plate. And the 1-2 pitch, just outside. As I mentioned, Menomonie kind of full of seniors here. We've seen one senior pitcher. This pitcher here right now, Hoyt, is a junior. 2-2 on Owen Wedge. Ground ball down first base line. First baseman takes it down to first for the out. And for Hudson in that inning, 3 runs. 3 runs. Well, hang on with me, folks. Looking at our hits. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 left. After 2.5, it's 11-0. Hudson over Menomonie.
We back.
All right, back to the action here.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, number 4, Ryan Call.
Menomonie number 9 hitter Ryan Call stepping up to the plate here. Number 4, Owen Anderson for the Raiders so far. We are in the bottom of the 3rd. One hit, no runs, 6 strikeouts so far for Owen. Looking sharp tonight. Doing well on the mound and also at the plate. Strike 1 on Call.
You know, we got to get like a speed gun or something. Wouldn't that be fun? So we're like, all right, that was 89.
Yeah. 0-1. A little high that time.
Is that in the booster budget? Or who do I talk to about it? Who's the president of that booster deal? Is that Sundin?
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
I'm not in boosters anymore. I'm just helping high school baseball.
That's right.
But yeah, there are a little high that time from Owen. I know there are some radar guns that the boosters have, and lots of parents have them. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you think we could run one from up high here? Or would it have to be down low?
Want to get down a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah.
Pretty cool.
In fact, Coach Blagan might even have one.
Ooh, that was pretty close. That'd be pretty fun to do that trick.
Absolutely.
And we're working on maybe grabbing another camera to put down. And I should ask you.
3-1 here on Call. A little high that time.
So if you're going to throw another camera out there, do you do something that points down third base towards second? Or do you do something that points... We have to mount it, obviously, outside the field. We can't do anything in the field, but on a fence somewhere probably.
Well, Briggs Richards up to the plate here. Struck out his last at bat. Leadoff batter for Menomonie. A little high. Sometimes the vantage points that I've seen are down either third base or first base line. Probably third base would be best, or a center field camera, but that, again, would probably have to be zoomed.
Yeah, we looked into the center field one. It's a couple $1,000 to get a signal from here to there.
Fly ball, left field, bouncing back. Makes the catch, 1 out.
Barely had to move from where he was at out there.
He did a good job just doing a drop step, getting to where he needs to be.
Yeah, we peeked at doing some center field cameras that would shoot over the pitcher's shoulder and just a bit outside on the budget there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 7, Trevin Crescent up to the plate here for Menomonie. Number 2 batter, struck out as well as last at bat. Strike that time right down the middle by Owen.
Pretty.
Yeah, no, well, none of your toys are cheap, Ken. I mean, that's why you make the big bucks. So.
Right. That's not correct, sir.
0-1 on Crescent. Curveball that time. Ooh, you know what?
That
right
pretty
there.
good.
Sometimes what happens is that batter gets like it's going to hit him, and then all of a sudden the ball breaks, and that looked like it could have been a strike. But anyway, I'd come back maybe with a fastball here because you kind of scared that guy, that pitch.
Yeah, that
1-1
definitely.
on Crescent.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened. That pitch just whoop, dove right in. It's fun watching a guy that can pitch like that, control the ball, and
yeah, he's looking sharp tonight. Nice pitch that time. Throw down to first, the wedge.
I like it. I like it. Keeping him honest down there.
That's right. 2-2 on Crescent. 1 out. Bottom of the third. Hudson leading 11-0. 2-2 pitch. Curveball right down the pike. That was twice that time. That he just had that batter fooled.
Yeah, he thought that was going to be a brushback kind of pitch there, and it was not. It was curving right down. Pretty.
Lucas Smith, number 15, up to the plate now. Shortstop. 2 outs. Runner at first for Menomonie is Ryan Call. Nice pitch that time. That was a curveball. Saw that one. That one definitely caught the corner of the plate. Nice control today with Owen's curveball. He's being able to move it around a little bit. Obviously fooling some batters here. They're not sure what they're going to expect. 0-1. Anderson getting the sign from Hove, and he's kind of shaking his head. He wants to throw something different here. Call getting a decent lead at first. Curveball that time. Runner going. Throw down. Oh, that's on time. Right down to Buster. Nice throw. Kyler Hove.
Woo!
You could kind of see that runner inching a little further on that lead. Hove with a great throw down. Good cover to get the out for Menomonie. No runs in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on after 3. It's 11-0 Hudson.
Well, we'll be back. All right, sir. Right back in it.
All right. Top of the fourth here in Hudson. Hudson coming up to the plate. Matt Midby leading off, followed by Wiley Balmer and Kyler Hove. New pitcher here for Menomonie, number 7. Trevin Christine. I've been calling him Crescent, so I apologize if the Christines are listening from Menomonie. We kind of hack those names sometimes, don't we, Ken? It's nothing personal.
Well, if you live in town, you get the moms and dads usually let you know pretty quick when you're screwing up, and the away teams we always try our best. Sometimes we're able to get down, talk to a coach or talk to a player, and get some pronunciations. Today was just a fire drill up in the booth. I was buried with tech stuff, and you were trying to scramble and get some rosters, and yeah.
You know, who thought about having a baseball game at 3:30 for crying out loud, right?
Yeah, I'm still working. Don't tell my boss. I got 10 more minutes at work. Let's get her fired up a little bit. Bump, bump.
Leading off the 4th inning for your Hudson Raiders, number 11 center fielder, Matt Midby.
Love it. All right, Midby, here we go.
Matt Midby up to the plate. Last time, the second inning walked and scored. It's here. Leading off, top of the 4th for Hudson. Senior center fielder, Matt Midby. First pitch from Christine. Straight down. 0-1 on Midby.
Remember the first time I heard the name Midby, I was talking to a hockey buddy of mine.
Up the middle.
Ooh, got good grab. Anyway, so Mr. Midby, yep, Jay tells this hockey friend of mine, he says, hey, I get you like hockey. I'm as into baseball as you are hockey. So unless you want to talk baseball, something to that effect, right? And I'm like, ooh, I like that. I'm like, that Midby guy, I like that. He's all in for baseball. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
He was a coach along with Jason Anderson for a number of years for the seniors.
Nice. Couple great guys.
Balmer up to the plate. 2 walks so far today for Wiley. 1-1 here in the 4th inning. 1 out. Fouled off, right side. Yeah, it's and I've coached a lot of these kids too, mostly the seniors. Certainly know a lot of the kids, even in the junior class too. I'm excited to see some of these younger kids play. It's a group that I'm not as familiar with. I know we had a lot of them in football, some of the games we played this year.
Yeah.
Fun to see some new faces out there. 2-2 on Balmer.
Yep, my eyes adjust here. The
Curveball that time. Just a little high. Yeah, it's kind of weird when
cloud popped in. I'm like, whoo, cloud cover.
I gotta tell you, fouled off right side. So I got these new specs, and
What you're wearing right now?
yeah.
Okay.
And, I was telling these guys last night we had a baseball meeting, and I'm sorry to say I'm one of the older guys in the area that I work in my office. And
Yeah.
I'm walking in, I'll tell you here in a second because it's baseball related. So
Okay.
3-2 on Wiley. Inside, 3 walks today for Wiley Balmer. So I walk in and I'm wearing these things, and one of the young guys who's a baseball
Next up
player,
the bat,
Stout,
your
he plays,
catcher, number 5, Kyler Ho.
Here he goes.
Sure.
He goes, "You look like Squints from the Sandlot." You know, the kid that's at the pool and everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he showed me a picture, and I'm like, my gosh, I do.
Dang it.
Like a grayer haired Squints. Pass ball that
Wow
time.
pitch.
Bomber down to second.
Take the base there. I was thinking you looked kind of stylish. I wasn't thinking you looked like some goof from Sandlot.
Well, I think if I put a Cleveland Indians hat on, I might look a little bit like Ricky Vaughn. Throw me here, Ricky. 1-0 here.
That's what you get. You never know what kind of sound effects you're going to get this year out of my my little soundboard. You guys in the booth are like, these guys have a problem over here.
2-1 on Bounting. We're all starting to look the same. Sorry about this, Kyler. Kyler hold up the plate 2-1.
Ooh, over the back of the helmet there.
Kyler singled his last bat after walking in the second inning. All back. 3-2.
Almost got my camera back there.
Uh-oh.
We're okay. We got the spider set up on it. It's like Spider-Man. That thing's going to get tested. You watch. It's going to go flying at some point. Dang it. Couple $100.
Back again.
It's fun to look up on the berm over to our left. Just, I don't know, probably 40, 50 folks out there with their lawn chairs enjoying the great afternoon here.
Good crowd of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
I think everybody's been itching a little bit to get back in.
Whew, you're not kidding. I'm like a dog with fleas itching to get out right now.
Full count here. I'm sorry, I'm hold again. Balmer advances though for a second. Pass ball.
And the reason he could do that, it was a pass ball, so he was able to take the base. Because otherwise, a walk, he's not netting anything, correct?
Not a dead ball in that case unless the batter gets hit. That was a walk, and that was, I would mark that as a pass ball. That was not a wild pitch necessarily.
Okay.
All right, so now we got Troy Bonnie. I'm going to figure this stuff out eventually here. my squints glasses aren't working so good today.
Uh-oh.
Curveball that time.
Wow. Good looking pitch.
Ducharme again to run for Kyler Cove. Braden Ducharme at first. Wiley Balmer at third. 1 out here.
Pitch running, number 21, Brennan Ducharme.
0-2 on Bounty. So Coach Blagan, you probably can't see him on your camera, maybe you can, but head coach Brett Blagan is also a member of the River Rats. We'll talk about that here in a second. Curveball that time by Christine is a little high. So he's a teacher at the high school. Been around for a little while, and when I first met him, he's like, "Yeah, I still play baseball." Popped up here, left side. Looks like third base underneath it. Makes the catch, 2 out. So Brent.
Where's the River Rats out of? Is that Hudson? Oh, okay.
And so anyway, he talk a little bit. He's the wily veteran on that team. He's
Really?
the oldest guy on that team.
Huh.
Still playing.
That's awesome.
All right, Sam Erickson up to the plate. Fall back. Erickson last at bat. He doubled his first at bat, walked, reached on an error by the left fielder and scored. Up for the 4th time today as a freshman, making his debut. 0-1. Balmer still at third base. Ducharme at first, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. 1-1. Fly ball, center field. Coming in as the center fielder, looks like it could be trouble.
Oh, second base just missed on that one.
It's a tough play right there. You know, they're playing their outfielders so deep that ultimately that's a hard catch for him to make coming in at that speed. And it's just
The number 2 spot, third baseman Gabe Walter.
You know, ultimately, it's probably up to the center fielder to make that play, but nonetheless, Hudson gets a run on that. Balmer scores. Ducharme moves to third. Erickson gets to second. Walter up to the plate here. Walter grounded out to second his last at bat. 1-1 on Walter. Fly ball again. Having a hard time tracking that. That's on the inside. First baseman's going to make the play, and he does. They retire the side. For Hudson, in the top of the 4th, one run on 1 hit, the double by Erickson, and 2 left on base. After 3.5, it's 12-0 Hudson. Swing a little bit. Full count. Bottom of the 4th here for Menomonie. Ball that time, just looking beautiful. Great pitch by Owen Anderson. That's 8 strikeouts so far for Owen.
Wow, that kid's on fire.
Number 9, Evan Cisco.
Just in good control here. He's feeling it. He's in the zone.
Feeling it, man.
Cisco started the game off as Menomonie's pitcher. Did not see where they put him in the field after that, but he was the cleanup guy. Strike 1 on Cisco. And Owen's just got the rhythm out there. You can tell you get a pitcher like that that is in command, and they just kind of take control of the game. Strike 2 that time. Curveball. Menomonie just doesn't really have an answer for that. It's looking good today, and Owen's got him off balance with the speed and also with the breaking ball. 0-2 on Smith. And the pitch. Ball back. Wasn't sure if he wanted that one. That was a little high, but again, Owen's in control of the zone here. Kind of putting it where he wants to. Just 1 walk so far for Owen. 1 hit. Pitching really well. Curveball that time. Ooh, boy. Again, you see that batter bend down. The ball is right on the plate. He's just getting break on the pitch. 1-2. Outside.
All right, playing with the technical stuff a little bit more. My goodness, we got work to do over here, Sundin.
Get yourself ready for your push a button here. One of these in between pitches. I want to hear what else you got.
I know. You know, the problem is I'm not sure if my button pushes are going out over the air.
Nice pitch there. Caught him again with the curveball.
That was a good one.
Answer for that.
That was great.
On the throwdown. Got a little bit antsy. He was excited.
Batting in the fifth spot for Menomonie. Number 3.
Threw that one about.
10 strikeouts so far.
Wow.
In less than 4 innings. So
Wow.
just really in command and a dominating performance so far. All right. Up for Menomonie, Gavin Exner, number 3. Struck out his last at bat. Down the pipe.
Right down the pipe, as they say. That was a great looking pitch.
Smile on Owen Anderson's face there between the catcher catcher.
They're dialed in today, no doubt about that.
So we haven't talked about this, but I know listeners will be that follow high school baseball know this. There is a pitch count in high school baseball, and so up in the air here, infield looks like third base there. Balmer underneath it makes the play.
Nice play.
Retire the side for Menomonie. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After 4, 12-0. Hudson.
All right, we'll get back into the action here, back live. Just looking over the pitcher warming up here in the, is this the 5th?
Top of the 5th inning.
Top of the 5th.
Batter for Hudson Raiders, number 3.
Again, bear with us. We were working through all sorts of tech stuff. The audio for our commercials is not popping up. Oh, my goodness. All sorts of stuff going on today. So, again, thanks for bearing with us. The main thing. So we've got live baseball on the video, and we've got a couple dudes in the box yip-yapping a little bit. That's
what it's about.
That's what it's all about.
So we got Jake Bussin at the plate here. Singled his last at bat. Oh, nice hit center field.
Good rip.
Again, now they played a little bit more shallow, and that burnt it.
Oh, wow.
Rounding first, coming to second. He's going to be up with a double.
Smooth operator. Dustin laces one out to center field there.
Just a great hit.
Number
even
4
with
hitter, number 8, Owen Anderson.
But, you know, again, I mentioned it before. They were playing so deep before. Now they've moved all their guys in. And, I mean, look, the guy was back 20 feet before
Yeah.
when we were hitting, and they were dropping in front of him. Now he's come in and he gets smoked over his head. So, oh, well. Owen Anderson at the plate.
Oh, and big rip on it.
Pops up here again. That could be trouble. Center field's coming in for it. Makes that play. So, Bussin again.
Batting 5th for the Hudson Raiders, first baseman Owen Wedge.
Bussin having a good game today. He's 3 for 3. Singled his first 2 at-bats, then that double. Owen Wedge up to the plate right now. Grounded out to first base his last at-bat. We have 1 out. Runner at second is Bussin with a leadoff double. Strike 1 on Owen.
How far do you think Bussin hit that one?
Well, I'd say he was probably still 30, 40 feet in from the fence out there.
Okay.
I don't know where we're marked.
Okay.
340 is what I'm being told by our spotter here.
Okay.
Hasapopoulos.
Hasapopoulos.
He's doing an awful lot.
Yeah.
He's announcing. He's helping with scoreboard.
He's probably got like a spotter scope. He just boop. Boom.
He's got spidey senses. Fouled off left side that time by Owen. 0-2. We need spidey senses. There's a lot of moving parts.
There's a lot going on up here. Whew. So 340, that's what we're thinking out to center-ish, give or take a couple inches.
Put the new windscreens out. I should say we. It was something that the Diamondbackers, or Dugout Club, Dugout Club purchased a couple years back. And I think we had markers down out there before. Something you might want to get that done. Well, that time by Christine, just outside.
So the blue, the wind, that's all new this year?
2 years ago.
2 years, okay, got it. It's really nice.
It does help with the screen and it helps a little bit, I think, with right side.
Oh, just jumped it.
Tough hop for the second baseman. That's going to score Hudson.
Nice, nice. Good single. Little RBI action going on there.
Your number 6 batter,
Just a goofy little hop out of the dirt there. That's second baseman. Just a little hop to handle there. Maybe up at the plate now.
Sometimes, ultimately, what ends up happening is you get those tough hops, you put it in play. I mean, that was certainly a ball that could have been handled by second base. It just had a tough hop. Net Minby up to the plate now, center field. Minby last time grounded out to the pitcher. Walked to start the two bats.
Got a hold of that one.
Ball center field. Center fielder back. He's under this one. Makes the catch.
That was just a couple drop back steps on that one and able to make that play.
A little bit more air on that one than Buston's. Buston's was
your number 7 batter, number 2,
Yeah.
third baseman, Wiley Bomber.
Hang, I should say. This one was definitely a little bit more air under it. Bomber.
Wiley, nice poke.
Get trouble. 4-3, 3-4 hole there.
Got it.
Gets in the game.
Got it. Little single. We'll tag it. Wiley.
Batting 8 for your Raiders. Number 5, your catcher, Kyler Ho.
Kyler up the plate here, the catcher for the Raiders. Number 5. A couple guys on.
He's having a good day at the plate.
Yeah.
A couple walks and a single with 2 RBIs. Pop up here. Again, this looks like it could be handled by the infield. Runners are moving. Makes the catch on that for the tear to the side. Real aggressive
Yeah.
at bats by the Raiders that time. Looking at first pitch strikes and jumping on them. In that inning, Hudson leads off with a double by Busson. He scores. The Raiders get one run on 2 hits, 2 left on. After 4.5, 13-0 Hudson.
All right, back at it. We're doing pretty good with these live commercials. We're
Like, here, you do this.
here. You do this. Well, it is your company.
I just didn't remember what the video looked like.
Yeah,
All right.
you did great.
Owen Anderson here trying to finish this game out. Bottom of 5. Steiner at the plate. Owen again pitching a very good game to start the season. No runs, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts so far for Owen.
So
All that time misses.
you're going to talk about pitch count. What is the what's the deal?
So there is an official pitch count, and I was talking to Aaron Moen before, and I believe he's doing it this game, but Hudson has to have their own person that can have someone keeping pitch count, and it's basically in place to be sure that they've found that baseball players are certainly at this young age need to fall back, need to be controlled a little bit as far as their arms go and pitch
Sure.
count, and so that's why it was a good rule change, I think, that happened. It's been several years now, but ultimately that's why you're going to see a lot of different kids pitch this year for Hudson for sure. Strike 3 that time by Anderson. Strikeout number 11 for Owen.
Wow, 11 of them. It's a great
Number 12,
great
Good
game
start.
going here, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Andrew Vanas now up to the plate, number 12 for Menomonie. Strike 1 with a fastball down the middle. Vanas swings and misses. 0-1. Just outside with the curveball. Owen's had a lot of strikes with his curveball, catching the batters looking. Got him fooled. He's moving it off the plate very nicely too. Gets ahead in the count. Just that I don't know what the speed of Owen's curveball is, but it's definitely it's not as fast as the fastball. It's certainly not meant to be, but it has enough velocity there that those batters just don't have a lot of time to react to it. Strike
Wow.
2-2.
Great job. Just caught that corner there.
1 out here. Bottom of 5. Curveball that time just misses. Again, you see that batter kind of bending his knees. He's not sure what to expect.
Well, it takes a little gumption to stand in there when you got a curveball kind of looking you in the eyes almost, you know?
Oh, there you go. Oh, Owen just kind of
got a piece of it, I think.
He did, but you know, he came off. He throws so hard that he comes down when he lands. His body that time was just a little bit off balance and could not turn around and make that play. I think he almost had to throw his glove at it.
Yeah.
But again, he's just throwing the ball so darn hard. That was a tough play.
Yeah, one of those awkward ones where you're like, oh, don't get all bent out of shape, right? Where you're like, just let him go to first.
Nothing hurt.
Yep.
Reed Steiner up to the plate for the Mustangs. Exner on first with the infield single. Strike that time right down the pipe. So we talked a little bit about this in between innings, that there is a run rule in high school, and it's 10 runs or more after 5 innings. So Hudson here, if they can hold Menomonie to no more than 3 runs, I think we're going to be done. But let's see what happens. Again, Owens had great control today, looking good. The defense has not had a ton of action with all those strikeouts, but
that's kind of how you like it if you're out there.
I like that as a pitcher for sure.
Yeah.
2-1. Right there.
Ooh.
Hope does a good job keeping those runners honest there. You know, the one time I saw more than just a normal lead was the one where they tried to steal, and he ended up making the throwdown to get him out at second. You can see Owen's not too worried about that runner over there. Fall back. 2-2. Two and two on the batter here. 1 out. Curveball that time. A little away from him a little bit, but full count.
Had a big batter in there. He did a good job to kind of duck on that one.
Just a little high that time.
Just a little high. Yeah, I was thinking that might be good with that big batter.
Number 9 batter for Menomonie. Number 4.
Is that the first walk of the day for him?
I believe that might be the second.
Second,
okay. Not much.
Yeah, it's not many.
Number 9 batter here, Ryan Call. Runners at first and second for Menomonie, 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 5th. Hudson leading 13-0. Wind's picking up a little bit now. You can see the dirt and the dust kind of starting to blow around.
Yeah, it's a little more kind of in the face over here.
Curveball that time, just a little high. One and 0-1 call. Good looking pitch that time, but just a little inside.
Now 1 out here.
1 out, 2-0 on the batter call. Good looking pitch there, strike, fastball.
Good cut at that one. Just Owen just laying some heat down Main Street there.
2-1 on call. Nice pitch again.
Trying to pick him. He is quick with that throw, isn't he?
Yeah.
And right on target, too.
Count even here at 2-2 against Call. 1 out. Runners at first and second for Menomonie. Hudson leading 13-0. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Owen Anderson. Nice pitch that time. Gets the strikeout.
Woo!
2 outs.
Nice K
Back
there.
to the top of the lineup here for Menomonie.
And a little action in the bullpen off to our left. So I'm seeing down there.
Looks like we're warming up down there on that side. For Hudson, number 22, Brody Von Berg. down there playing catch. I can't see the other number, but all right, back to the top of the lineup here for Menomonie. Briggs Richards up to the plate. Flied out to right or left as last time.
What a beauty.
Curve
Just
ball.
Curved right in. Whew, pretty.
0-1 on Richards. There you go.
Just the heat,
0-2.
right?
I think Owen's kind of got it back. He's
Owen's feeling it.
0-2 on the leadoff batter for Menomonie. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Foul back.
Woo, parking lot. Look out.
Yep. Got to be careful where you park around these places.
I know. I thought parking my truck right behind here might be a good idea. I'm not sure if it was a good idea.
You know.
Well, we'll see. Do I have any insurance companies as sponsors?
Yeah.
I need to get
kidding.
one, maybe.
0-2 again. I wouldn't be surprised to see a curveball here, even if it's off the plate. Owen's been in good control of that today. Fastball. Ground to second base.
One
Walter
hop.
over to Wedge
Easy
to
play
retire the side. For Menomonie, 1 hit, no runs, 2 left on base. After 5, and I believe that's the end of our game here, folks. 13-0 Hudson. We'll be back with you shortly to start game 2 of this doubleheader. Hudson wins its first game of the year for 2021, 13-0.
All right, so if you're watching on Channel 6, you can just stay there. We're going to kind of do some stuff and jump off, jump on. If you're watching online on YouTube, Raider streaming, wherever, we're going to move to a different stream. We're going to try to fix a couple things, hopefully. If not, we'll be back just like we were. But, again, stick around. We'll be back. Thank you.
No.
That's for this.
Yeah, we should have. I would think.
We're not broadcasting.